What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 42 of Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. My name is Blaze, and we're going to get right into a theme deck tournament real quick because I want to try to get this started really quickly so we don't have to wait a very long time. Right now, there's one person waiting for a match, so I want to make sure that we get in there and that we are waiting. Sure, that's fine, but I don't want to be waiting too long. So I'm going to use the Mental Might deck because it's actually a pretty fun deck to play if you have all the cards for it and if it's powered up. It could go well. Again, it could be bad. It just really depends. But you know, it'll be a fun time either way. So at the same time, I wonder if I have anything I can open for you. I haven't looked at my collection in a while. Let's see. Of course, I have a ton of packs here. This one's going to be opened up on Friday, along with probably 7 more, maybe even more than that. I am saving these tickets here so I can do 2 more tournaments, one on Thursday and one on Friday. This video might be up a little bit later than normal, and you know, I think I'll have Thursday's video up probably earlier than normal, but I'll probably open up one of these packs here. The reason these are still closed is because I am going to open up all of those packs of cards once any one of my videos gets 10 likes. So if you have seen one of my videos, or if you liked one of my videos, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, comment down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say about anything that we talk about today. It's all good. So let's see. But I'm excited. I'm excited for this match because I really have a hard time predicting the match, and I haven't even seen this person's cards yet. So forgive me if I'm a little bit what's the word? Gosh, what is the word? I took a nap and I feel like crap right now. Not crap, but I feel not my best. I will be playing to win here though, so I'm going to try to focus on this match and get this victory in this tournament set up. And that'll actually, I think, get me a couple more tickets too. So that'd be nice. I need a Ralts. Subat might be okay. Alright. Let's see. I did hear a couple of rumors pretty recently. They were kind of interesting. I don't want to talk about a whole bunch of, you know, Pokemon Sun and Moon, like rumors and speculation. I mean, there's a lot going around. There's a lot of like information and stuff like that. But one of them actually struck me as very interesting, and I wanted to kind of talk about it a little bit because it could be real, and it could also be very cool. But that rumor basically says that the 3 starters will evolve into different. They'll always evolve into the same Pokemon, but depending on the island in which they evolve on, they might evolve into Pokemon of different types. So, I don't know. I think it might be pretty cool. It has potential to be a very neat concept. I think that would be actually pretty awesome if, you know, the Pokemon that you caught, the Pokemon that you started with, you end up finding another player who has that same Pokemon and they look totally different. Maybe they don't look different. Maybe they just have different types that look the same. But that would actually add a layer of strategy that you don't really know what type it's going to be. There'd have to be some kind of indication on the Pokemon to let you know. So I would imagine if they are going to have different types, they're going to look different too. So, you know, as a topic of discussion for this video, post in the comments below what you think about that idea, if you think that would be something you'd like to see or something that is rather unlikely. It's very hard to predict, you know, what's going to happen with the new Pokemon. And it seems like a few things that have been like leaked have actually started to become rather true. So I think we'll see how everything turns out in the end, but I don't know. I think it's very hard to not look at some of the rumors and not look at some of the speculation and think, oh my god, that's probably true. You know, there's a lot of stuff's going around, first of all, and a lot of the leaked information has actually ended up being somewhat true. But we'll see in the future. Of course, it's always kind of a wait and see type deal. This person has no energy. I feel kind of bad. I've been there though, and you guys have seen me on stream. I've been there. It is the worst. It's like the worst thing ever. I have no energy cards. You can't do anything. Meanwhile, I'm over here getting pretty lucky with all my draws here, and what's this thing called? Furfru has a 1 retreat cost, so that's actually kind of nice. So if I get Gallade out, Gallade's going to be powerhouse in this deck. So he's pretty much powered up as a Gallade. If I power up the rest of my Pokemon, so far he can do about 80 damage. I'm not counting the one that's going to cost to retreat this Pokemon should I need to. What's he got? 50? 80? I'm going to go ahead and try to stun me, which is probably the right move if he's going to do anything. I think this deck is going to be based around getting Zygarde powered up as quickly as possible. I've used this deck. It's a good deck as far as theme decks go. I don't like using theme decks all that much because they just don't seem as competitive as the other ones, and it's very hard to predict what you're going to get, and in some cases it relies heavily on strategy to just stay alive until you can start doing something. So it seems like he might be in a situation where he's starting to get somewhere, and that's cool, but he still needs energy cards. 2 Zygardes on the bench is very scary, especially when one of them has energy already. Very scary. Does that do triple step? I mean, I have enough energy. I feel like I have all the energy, and he has none. What's it going to be? I thought that might be the case. I really need Gallade to come up. Because that's going to be, again, that's just going to be... Ooh. Bought you an extra turn. That's wonderful. He needs to put energy on me. I know he has energy now. There's no way he doesn't, I was going to say. I'd much rather... oh no. I'd much rather Swoobat die than Furfru, because Furfru has 3 energy cards attached. But this attack's not going to let him retreat, so that kind of sucks. Wally. Oh, good job. That's a good card to use at this time. I thought you were going to evolve your into your Seviper. Well, that could work out. So I'd much rather Swoobat die. I need to get this Gallade out, and that's kind of my entire strategy. He's on the verge of getting everything that he needs. And that sucks. He's going to have 120 damage, which is going to be reduced to 100 with this resistance, but it's not going to make much of a difference there. Let's go ahead and attack. You can always retreat, but at this point it's basically a stall game. Who can survive the longest and keep the stalls going is I think how it's going to work. That's going to be dangerous because Zygarde, of course, is going to have a ton of damage. And of course this thing's going to start attacking me for a ton of damage. Dead. I don't know. I really shouldn't do that. Oh, I just need to do that. Dang it. We can do 40 next turn. So I should be able to do 60 next turn. Not knock him out, but get closer, I guess. And that'll do 50. So he's about to take out 200. He's probably going to beat me on this match. It's kind of too close to tell, but gosh. I don't think it's going to be much of a fight after he gets that Zygarde powered up. If I don't get Gallade out on my bench, I'm not going to have a good time. I don't have any energy on him. I need to buy some time. So that's exactly what we're doing right now. Come on, heads. This is awful. This is the worst. I'm not going to bother. You go ahead and do your 40 damage, whatever you want to do. Do it. I know you want to. So, you know, I can't blame the deck on this. This isn't really the deck's fault. It's not really his fault. He was able to get the energy that he needed, and he was able to power up his Zygarde. I think that's the winning factors here. I know he has the energy now. He's got 2 more, and he can have a backup Zygarde. There it is. Death to all. I need that Gallade. I need it. I might be able to paralyze him. That is my only chance right now if I'm going to get anything done. Oh my gosh, it happened. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's bad though. 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Well, I think that's good enough. I just want to make sure I have the right cards here. So 20 damage times the number of energy attached to all your Pokemon. So that's good. You know what sucks too is like he spent a lot of time like building that Pokemon up. I just feel so bad. Like there's not much else he can do now. Everything else is going to fall victim to this thing, to Gallade. And you know what? I've said it before and I'll say it again. Sometimes it's just one card, and that's all you need. And the one card that you get or don't get can affect the game drastically. And this game turned around completely because I was able to get the right card. Now, again, it is a theme deck, so literally it's anybody's game. Anybody could win this, and it really depends on what. It comes down to luck of the draw in some cases, especially with theme decks, more than others. But when you're building your own deck, you want to do things to tip the scales in your favor, I mean, by far. So he'll probably do his little 80 damage. Yeah. So I'll take a Pokemon Center Lady. Maybe next turn I'll have a Pokemon Center Lady? No. We're going to get some energy out, though. Start building a second Gallade. Why not? It's such a devastating sound. When you hear that sound, it's like, wow, why? Why is that hurtful? I only need one more prize card, and I should be able to take it. This is actually a pretty good match. 15 minutes into the video, and we've got a pretty good match going. So the next round should start up pretty soon, so shouldn't be too bad as far as waiting around. I hope not, anyway. So I think tomorrow I'm going to play my Fighting Fit deck. I made a couple of adjustments to it. There's still a couple more adjustments I want to make to it, but I'm going to play that in the tournament setting and see if the adjustments I made had any bearing. Saturday's just playing his hand for no reason. That's fine, dude. Oh. I don't want to be that guy. I just got mad at him for that. But I had some options there. I had a lot of things. I was able to pull out that victory. Basically, that's pretty much all I did. So, alright, we got a tournament ticket. I did some damage too. I forgot about that. I think that's why I wanted to play this deck. I forgot that challenge was there, but I knew there was a reason I wanted to play this deck. So one thing I wanted to add to my Fighting Fit deck, and I don't have the cards yet, but oops, I wanted to go to collection. So Donphin is actually a pretty good Pokemon, and I have a couple of Pokemon that are, let's see, none of these are basic, but that's okay. I think it's Wreck. No, it's one that does like 40 damage or something. I saw it being used in the tournaments. Oh, this one. I think this is the one that they were talking about, where it's 130 HP, which is actually not bad for a stage 1. Spinning turn is one energy. Gosh, it's 1 energy. It does 40 damage, and it switches this Pokemon out with one of your benched Pokemon. So it kind of gets you a free switch if your Pokemon can take the damage. The next attack is Wreck, which does 80 plus. It could actually potentially do 140 damage. But the reason that this card was called out, I think, on the World Championships on Saturday, is that this first attack is only 40 damage, but if you have a Muscle Band, it adds 20. If you have a Stadium card and your opponent is the EX Pokemon, it does an extra 20. If you have Machamp on your bench, an extra 20. So that could end up being 60 damage rather quickly, and I think there's even a way to get 20 more on top of that. So, you know, I do want to add this card to my deck. I don't have it. I don't even have any Phanpies. So I really can't even do anything with this right now. But this would be a great addition to my Fighting Fit deck, and I'd love to add it. Let me show you what I've done with it so far while we're waiting here. We got some time. Fighting Fit is the standard deck I've been kind of playing around with, and it usually gets some good attacks or some good stuff going. So I like Farfetch'd in this deck because he has 30 damage, 70 HP. If I have Farfetch'd, an energy card, and a Muscle Band, I can do 50 damage on my first turn. So that's one. Like I've won matches with that on turn 2. Like literally the first turn, the person attached an energy card to his 50 HP Diglett. My turn, I attached an energy card and I attached a Muscle Band and I killed him. And that was the entirety of that match. And I felt bad, but it was good stuff. Like, I felt bad for the person, but you know what? that stuff's happened to me so often that I can't feel bad. So, Farfetch'd is the card I'm definitely going to add, or I'm going to keep this card in there because it is a good card for me. Whismer, I only use this card because I want my opponents to be confused. I use it as a stall card. I don't necessarily ever need it. I think I have 2 of these. Yeah, 2 of these and 2 Loudreds. I only use Loudred if I confuse the Pokemon and I feel like I need to start doing some damage. So Loudred only comes into play in certain situations. He's not very useful. But he does unconfuse my Pokemon, which can come in handy if I need to retreat or something like that. Hawlucha, I don't want this card in my deck at all. I'd rather have Machamp, which I think he is coming up soon. I'd rather have a second Machamp, I should say. I have 1 Machamp, and this card is alright, and it deals retaliation damage, which is fine, but you know it does an extra 40 if there's a Stadium card in play, so I put new Stadium cards in this deck. But I only have 1 Machamp in the deck, and he, of course, does an extra 20 damage. Of course, Zygarde is in the deck, and Landorus does... He allows me to get extra energy from my discard pile onto any one of my bench Pokemon, so that's come in handy more often than it's not. I just added in a trainer card. I'm going to get interrupted here in a second, but I just added in this trainer card, Fighting Stadium. Deal 20 more damage to the opponent's active Pokemon if it is a Pokemon EX. So that's actually a pretty good Pokemon, or a pretty good Stadium card. And those are my trainer cards there. And oh, this is the other way to get the extra 20. So with Special Energy, you can get an extra 20 damage on your Pokemon. So that's going to deal 120 damage on 1 energy card if you have all of those other effects in play. So I am very anxious to try that deck out tomorrow. It might actually, it might go well for me. Of course, it's not complete. The deck is not finished, and there may be several situations where that deck is never finished. But I like playing it. It's fun, and I'm excited to play it for you tomorrow in a tournament. So stay tuned for that. That'll be very interesting. This person needs to load the game. That's what needs to happen right now. If you're new to my channel, I do appreciate you checking me out. I actually have, this is episode 42, so I've got 41 other videos, actually 42 technically other videos. Monday's video had a snafu where I had to reshoot it, but everything's live. I do everything live on camera. I enjoy playing and offering my strategies and best practices and tips and everything like that. I'm no expert. I played the game years ago, back when it first came out in the original base set. I played all the way through Team Rocket and the Gym Leader set, which is probably my favorite set, was Gym Leader. And it was just very cool to, to play those decks and play those cards. I don't. How did I lose? Okay. I was in the game. Alright, cool. Well, I guess on that note, let's go ahead and do a versus match with Fighting Fit, because kind of show you what it's kind of a sample of what you're going to get tomorrow. Preview, if you will. If you guys saw anything on that deck that you think you would do differently, let me know. I'm open to criticism, constructive, respectful criticism, I should say that. Of course, nothing is perfect, and I'm willing to try anything if you think there might be a better way. Ooh, that was a good hand, except I didn't have any basic Pokemon. A Farfetch would have been perfect right there. And okay, so this is a good example of me throwing out this Whismer, just as a simply as a stall. This guy's got a fire deck. He's gonna be discarding energy, double colorless energy. I don't always make it a point to look at my opponent's hand when they have to discard as a mulligan. I probably should do that more, but I don't always do that. Just to kind of see what I'm up against and what I should watch out for. A couple of tips I've run into in the past. The first one basically is if you ever have a Magikarp or Melodic on the bench, kill it. Kill it as quickly as you can because it will evolve and you can't do anything about it. Well, I guess you can still take it down, but you know, it's tough in some cases. So let's go ahead and try to get a... Oh, you know what? I can get Machamp's in my deck, so that's awesome. Item card. I don't have a focus band right now. I'm going to get that. Okay, I think we're in good shape. This is going to go well. Actually, I have enough energy to power up Zygarde. I'm literally only placing Machop on the bench to get evolved. And I think we'll be okay. This Mew might be a threat. He can use the attacks of any Pokemon in play, but you need the necessary energy. And I thought that meant that you had to have fighting energy. Like if he wanted to use my Zygarde attack, he had to have fighting energy. But I don't think it does. I think someone's used my own attack against me without having fighting energy. I was kind of mad. I was like, you got to be kidding me. But he also does replace, move as many energy attached to your Pokemon to your other Pokemon you like. So he really can't do much to me. So that's good. Starting out. Also that's good is this has 1 retreat cost, so I can always retreat right into my Zygarde and get that thing ready to go. So this match is my preliminary judgment of this match is pretty good. I think it's gonna be fine. I think it's gonna be and of course he can do 60, right? What's his ability? Oh, he can only do 40 damage. Alright, I'm not worried about that. And I'm going to do 40 already to him. 60, now I'm thinking about it. He's got a little bit to worry about right here. He should probably be thinking about his next match. I do this thing where I always call the people on the screen a guy, even though they're not. It's not intentional. I don't mean to do it on purpose. So 70 damage. If the next card is a fighting special energy card, I will be ecstatic. I don't need to do that much damage, and in some cases you might even, in this deck you might even want to not attach a muscle band to a Pokemon. It's never going to hurt. That was a wasted card. I want you to know that there's no situation where that card did not. I mean, I guess it healed you as far as confusion goes, so you wouldn't die if you got a Tails flip, but you so that card was totally wasted. I see that a lot where people use, and that card might be, I'm just covering my bases here. It's not really, in that situation, I didn't have to use that card, but there wasn't really a reason to save it. I'm gonna wipe his whole team with this attack. So anyway, so in that situation, he may have wanted. I mean, really, he wasn't gonna be able to use it on his team because one attack is gonna kill this Mew also. But maybe there's a situation coming up later on in the match where, oh no, he's got me. Oh, he couldn't use it. Oh, good. So I'm not going to waste any more time. That was a tough match for him, so I'm not even. But anyway, so that is your Wednesday episode of Pokemon Trading Card Card Game Online. I am going to open up a pack of cards here because I am trying to find some cards. I have so many cards, I'm really nervous not to open them. So let me go into my collection and open up one of them. Again, I'll open all of these once any of my videos get 10 likes. So episode 17 actually has 5 likes right now, and once it gets to 10, I will open up all these packs. That's about 30 packs that are waiting to be opened right here. I just want you to know that. Anyway, so let's go ahead and open this one real quick, because this one actually could be good. Breakthrough. I don't remember if this has cards that I need. I don't know if it does or not. We'll see. Ooh. What's this, Super Rod? I'll look at it in a second. A couple of good cards there. What we got? Oh, snap. I've seen Knocked Owl before. I'm not going to read through all these cards. I'll go through. I'm going to scroll through them very slowly so you can read them if you'd like. Just hit that pause button on your screen. The ability is once during your turn, you may switch a basic energy card attached to your active Pokemon with a different type of basic energy card from your discard pile. That's not bad. It could come in handy. I don't know how handy Smeargle as a Pokemon would be, but that's not a bad ability. Super Rod. Shuffle 3 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. I think that's a grammatical error. You know, one thing I'll say about Wizards of the Coast when they did the translating is it was very rare that you had a grammatical error in a card. This should probably read shuffle 3 of any combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards. So, or I guess shuffle in. No? It's either this is supposed to be of, or it should say shuffle in any, I don't know. I think that's of is the best way to put that, but whatever. It is what it is. Glalie Spirit Link. Turn does not end. I wouldn't say I'm a grammar Nazi, just for the record, but I like the fact that these cards tell you what they do, and you know, if you read them and if you read what they're saying, as well as what they're not saying, you can figure out what the card does. And I think a good example of that, I'm trying to think of I'll have a good example of that later on, maybe in the next episode, but search deck for 3 for a Leaf Energy and put it into your hand. So that's a pretty good chessman. I like that chessman. I mean, for a basic Pokemon, that's pretty good. I like that artwork. That's really cool. Swagger's not bad. Pansage, Fury Swipes, Spritzy, Flail, and Zorua. So that is the pack that I just got today. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know. That actually would be a good card. I think shuffling it into your deck is what makes me not want to use it very much. But either way, guys, I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow with another great episode of Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. Have a great day, and be good to each other.